That was me.
No, sorry.
That was Siri telling.
No, no, but I'll be like recording like a voice memo and I'll be like, got it. And then I'll look and I'll be like, no, I didn't. That happens so much. Some of my best songs aren't even recorded. So.
Well, your voice memos on Insta are really good, I think.
They're the ones that I record on.
Yeah. All right. So, Molly Millington, welcome to Her Story. Thanks for joining us today. Especially it's your weekend, our weekend. And how are you today?
I'm going really well, actually. Feel good to be here. I feel good.
Great. So, well, basically, Molly, through this podcast, I just wanted to go from when you started like writing to now. So, first of all, I'd like to touch on growing up. You had no TV, no screen time, my research tells me. That is really different to a lot of people these days. So then your parents took you to Blues Fest in Byron Bay, and all the music there changed your life. Can you tell us a bit about that and why?
Well, I think it's been very the story's been changed a bit. Like, I definitely didn't have much telly at all, but it does sound like I grew up in a box. Like I was just stuck in the basement. My parents were like, don't come out. No, like everything growing up was very scheduled or something, and like no telly past this time, or didn't have it until I was like, I don't know, but I just don't remember telly in my childhood at all. Only like one Disney movie, I think it was like Mulan or something. But then, so I've always been very sheltered. Like, I didn't watch the news until I was 15, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's more to life than, I live in a fishing village, and I was like, well, there's like a whole world out there. And then my parents were like, it would be great if we take the kids, I have an older brother, take us to music festival, Byron Bay Blues Fest. And I was 11 when I went the first time, and it felt like I'd legit lived in my room my whole life. And then someone gave me a key and was like, have like Home Alone. Do you know Home Alone, when they're like, oh, like he gets lost in New York City? That's what it felt like. And I was like, whoa. And then that was just opened my eyes, and I was 11, so I wasn't even a teenager. And then when I was 14, I had a bit more life experience, because when you're 14, you know everything. And we went back and took my best friend with me, and it was just, I like rediscovered music, and I was like, oh my God. And I like little 14-year-old me, I had like long blonde hair, surfy chick then. And we were just like in the mosh pit, in like very illegally. Like, it felt very like when shouldn't be here, but we were. And it was just so surreal. Like, we were the smallest there by like 10 years. And everyone was like, woo, up onto our shoulders. We were like crawling under. It was just the best time. And I was like, I want to do that when I get older. As in be on stage, not crawling under people. But and then basically the day we got home, I learned how to play guitar on YouTube, and then it just started.
Okay, so that's an amazing story. Did you? Yeah. How? I guess, what was your first guitar?
It was my dad's. Just some acoustic that didn't plug in or anything. But I loved it. And that's where, like, when I was 14, I started busking using my dad's guitar. I don't even think it was like a branded guitar. It was just like a guitar. It wasn't like a Colgate or anything. But it was everything to me. But yeah.
Did it stay in tune?
No. And I didn't have like a tuner or anything. So I just and I still can't tune from like years, so I don't know. It just was really out of tune, but I loved it, so I didn't care. I was like, sorry guys. Everyone hated it, obviously, because they had to listen to it, but yeah.
My first guitar did not stay in tune either.
That's like beautiful about it, because if it stayed in tune, you wouldn't like the next one you got, because you wouldn't appreciate it. It stayed in tune as much.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So, who do you see Molly Millington as?
Because obviously I would like to have a different stage name so I can separate the two people, because my real name's Molly Millington and my stage name's Molly Millington. And I do feel like Molly Millington on stage is me, but very amplified. So I would say I'm pretty much a dad in a 21-year-old girl's body. I crack dad jokes and I have the worst humor, but I think Molly Millington, stage name, is very expressive and not afraid to say what's on her mind, and very out there and I think Molly Millington's what people would like to be if they weren't so scared of people's opinions. And yeah, that's probably it.
And what about Molly Millington off stage?
On stage, you would be able to see that. Oh, sorry, low charge. There you are. Cool. Sorry, went down for a second. On stage, I'd say that you can't notice that I have really severe social anxiety because everything I work in, like every industry, is all very people with people, and I'm not scared of people. I just care so much about people's opinions as myself. But the moment I get on stage, you wouldn't even know. Like, I wouldn't even know. I get on stage, I don't care. I strap on my 9-inch heels and I'm just like invincible. So yeah, I'd say that's probably the difference. I'm who I want to be when I'm on stage, and I'm things that I wish I could fix off stage. It's pretty deep, but that's all it is.
No, I think that's beautiful. So we know where your music journey starts. Who were some of the first acts or musicians that you appreciated?
I grew up with a lot of Queen. So in the car, it was always like Bohemian Rhapsody. And there's this, I'm not sure what it is, there's like this choir that did the Queen music. And I'm not sure what the choir is called, but they were always in the car. And I just remember being the most amazing thing. And then I got shown like the actual versions and I was like, oh my gosh, like I actually have Freddie Mercury on my arm. Wow. I'm a little bit in love with the man. But yeah, Queen's really where I was like, my head exploded with like the possibilities. But I really love Alan Stone, who's a bit like Stevie Wonder. Well, he's Alan Stone, like you can't change him, but he has a very Stevie Wonder flair, and a lot of Dolly Parton. A band called Third Day. I went and saw them when I was like probably 12, and they were amazing. And yeah, I don't know, really, I think a lot of it's quite country based. Country pop and funk are probably where I've grown up with. But yeah, I'm still in love with all those musos. I haven't strayed away at all, to be completely honest. I'm very in a comfort zone when it comes to listening to the same artists all the time. But yeah.
Well, that given that inspiration, and as you say, it's carried on, how does that lead to you describing yourself as possessed pop?
I think I said that once and it stuck. I just think I have a lot of dreams. As in not just like, actually I go to sleep and I have dreams. And I hear sounds in my dreams and I see weird, like I have visions and I actually hallucinate, which is like actually like a doctor thing, but I use it for my advantage. And I think that kind of adds the possess to it, because I wake up and there's so many recordings on my phone of me just making the weirdest noises. Or like I'll have these ideas. I'm like, yeah, this like creature came out of the lake and it like took a boat. And then I like and I'll like tell my producer and be like, sick. And it's like, or I'll like playing the sound. And so I think possessed just means I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of when I was talking to someone. But I just feel like it's kind of unworldly sounds. Maybe that's more what I meant. Put into pop.
Yeah. Coming from another sensical area.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And what are the highs and lows of life for you?
Musically?
Yeah, musically.
Let's get into counseling session with Molly.
Yeah.
You mean like what are the good parts of making music, or is it in the music industry? Or like
you what inspires you to write, and what do you enjoy about music, I guess?
I'm a real people watcher. I really like to go to places and not be the center. I really like going to bars. I don't drink or anything because I'm already a bit too much when I'm not on alcohol. So I like to just kind of watch, which sounds really creepy. But I like writing stories, or when things don't go the way they go, I like to write a song about where they would have gone if they went the way I wanted them to go. Or like I have a song, I had a lot of music out before I signed to management, like a lot of music, and it was all storytelling. And I have this song called Stacey, which is from, do you know Stacey's mum?
Yep.
Yeah, so I wrote it about Stacey because I didn't feel like she had her moment to shine. Her mum took her moment. So I wrote a song about how cool Stacey is. And I think music for me is not just an escape so I can lay down and listen to music. It's really so I can live the life that I don't live. And so I can be the person I'm not, and be the person that I didn't have growing up to someone else. And also just escape, as in be a different character. Like I have my old songs, I have Cold Blood Killer, Red Line, and they're one's from a prostitute's perspective, one's from a serial killer's perspective. I'm fine. I'm just really curious about these things, and I like to escape and be someone else and not have to go to my hospo job or go wash the dishes. Like I could be this fun little being. Yeah. To your question, but that was
sure. Maybe it's those 9-inch heels that makes a difference.
I think it is 100%.
So far we've had, and you sort of just touched on it there, so far we've had Circus Animal last year, and then it was Ringmaster, and as well as October this year. What's next for the releases, Molly Millington?
Next year, early next year, an EP. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm allowed to announce that, but I am. Try to stop. So yeah, that's happening next year. 100. I'm speaking it into. I'm manifesting it right now. It's been told it's happening, so it's out there now. It has to happen.
Yeah, it's on her story. I mean, it's so
official now.
Yeah, it's word, man.
Oh yeah, it is.
Awesome. So, will that have any of those songs on it, or are you doing? Yeah. Okay. And can we expect a tour? Anything like that?
I sure hope so. We haven't quite got up to that. I think we're still trying to gather the songs because they're there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the shows will be happening 100%. I'm not sure if it will be a written down tour, but shows are happening and they're planned, and it's
cool.
Gonna be good.
And I guess we can ask Corona if we're allowed to as well.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh. Every time that word comes up, I just want to do some weird angry dance. Yeah.
I know. I want to sigh. I go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So with Ringmaster, I hear messages about seeing past bullying and judgment. Was that in high school or anything? And are you trying to inspire people that, well, I'll let you tell the story, but is it to do with sort of inspiring people that might be going through the same thing?
Yeah, for sure. I want to help people, but I think sometimes fake it till you make it is the best thing to do. I used to hate that until I got older, and I was like, that's actually what you have to do. And I don't feel comfortable in my skin very often at all. I've gone through many different struggles. That's a whole different story. But yeah, at school, I never fit in. Like, I would pretend I did, like, as in, like, I'd be in, like, the well-known group and stuff, but I'd feel so lonely. And I wrote Ringmaster at a time where I was going to pretend that I had control of my life, and I just pretended. And then that song came out, still pretending, didn't believe it. And then every time I sing that song, I feel like I'm not pretending anymore. So yeah, I want that to be the anthem for people who don't feel like they belong, and I just want that to be their safe place to run to.
That's really powerful, Molly. Thank you. Thank you for contributing that, because it is a massive battle. I think, well, I know I went through it, and I think nearly everybody, even, you know, as you were talking about the popular group, like, feel shit in high school. And we've all been through high school, usually. So so it's very relatable, I think.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. Yeah. So on the back of that, what else do you hope people take away from Molly Millington music and shows?
I just want people to feel like they're accepted, and that they can be whatever they want to be, and like, that's okay, and have someone that they can talk to about stuff that doesn't really matter and stuff that's really deep. I just want them to have a soft place, a safe place where you're not judged. Where a bit like, I really adore Lady Gaga as well, because I always feel like when someone says I'm too much, that I could just go listen to Lady Gaga. I'm like, I'm not too much for Lady Gaga. Like, and I just want to be that person for people who, and even people who do fit in, that's just like my music. Like, I'm not just the people who feel like they don't belong. Anyone can come to my music, but if you belong, you don't belong here. No, but like, yeah, I just want to be a safe place for anyone, whether you're a 25-year-old tradie with the boys, or if you're a 12-year-old girl who's starting high school who is feeling a bit lonely. Like, I just want to be the person you can go to a show, you can jump around, you can have a laugh, or you can just lay in your bed and have a cry. Like, I just want to be the safe place to run to. So yeah.
I love that. I think that's really, really, really nice, because that's sort of what we're about on Her Story, sort of talking to people who sort of add to the cultural identity. I'm
gonna move and go down to the charger.
No, you're right.
So we're gonna have a scene change so my phone doesn't cut off, because it happened last week and I was in a really important call like this one, and then it cut out and I was like, oh. Okay, here we go. Let's see this works. Not as pretty lighting, but at all. Oh my gosh, but that's where we're at. I think I'm just gonna hold it. Is that okay? Sorry.
Yeah. I only really have one question left, because I don't want you to be late to work either.
Take your time.
So I guess we've got the EP coming out. Is there anything else we can expect for 2022?
I'm really hoping that the live shows will be taken to a next level. Yep. I don't know if my manager would appreciate me saying this out loud, but I've been doing a lot of other things that aren't music that will benefit my live shows. And hopefully we'll be able to implement them into the shows this year, hopefully early this year, but that could be pushing it. But that's hopefully something exciting happening.
That's something. Ooh, some interesting goss.
You first.
Awesome. All right. Now, I guess the final thing, without any notice, Molly Millington, what would be a song you would request to have played on Her Story?
As in any artist, anything?
Yeah, any song. You get to pick just one.
Oh my gosh. Any song ever. It would probably be Somebody to Love by Queen.
Okay.
That's
Great.
probably like my.
Yes. We'll do it for Freddie.
Woo!
Awesome. Well, thank you, Molly. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I had a good time.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great day, and hope that work isn't too bad.
I appreciate that. Fingers crossed.
It'll probably go fast because it's Saturday night.
I have a party afterwards that I'm just gonna beeline for that. I'm just gonna ignore what's happening and just think about dancing. My really bad dancing, but yeah, we're gonna do that.
Awesome. Yeah, think about bad dancing.
Yeah, I'm a dad dancer. The little.
Oh.
We'll implement that in.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, you should put a video of that up on Instagram.
For sure. It will happen. I'll get my boyfriend to film it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. We'll have a lovely day and weekend. And
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.